Welcome once again. Okay, we're at part 2 of solving a linear system using substitution. So let's look at it. Let's review once again what our plan will be. We want to substitute the equation that has one variable by itself into the other equation. Use the distributive property if necessary. Combine like terms. Find the value for this variable by solving this equation. Using this solution, determine the value of the other variable, and then check your solution in each equation if possible. Okay, so let's try one. An example, find the solution of x equals 3 and 2x plus 6y equals 30. So there's our system. We want to find the solution. Remember, that is the point of intersection for those two lines if we were to graph them. So the first thing we want to do is substitute. And what do we have to substitute here? Well, we know that x equals 3. Okay, so we have one of those equations with one variable equal to something. So that's the one we want to substitute in. Where are we going to substitute in? Well, if we look 2 times x, so what are we going to do? We're going to substitute x with 3. Once again, substitute x with 3. Why? Because x is equal to 3. So there's our substitution. Now we're going to solve our equation. So we want to solve for y because we can see now in the equation the only thing left is y. When we substituted 3 for x, we eliminated x from the equation. Now all we have to do is solve for y. So 2 times 3 plus 6y equals 30, and we want to solve for y. 2 times 3, of course, is 6. So 6 plus 6y equals 30. Now you can see we have constants on both sides of the equal sign. We want to get them on the same side. So since this is a positive 6, to get it over the other side, what do we want to do? We want to subtract 6 from both sides. That gets the red 6 out of the left side of the equation and puts it on the right side. Okay, so we subtract 6 from both sides. 6y is all that's left on the left-hand side because the 6 has been eliminated. It's been removed. And 30 minus 6 on the other side becomes 24. Now, right now, the equation says 6y's equal 24, but we don't want 6y's. We want to know what 1y equals. So we're going to divide both sides by 6 to get that coefficient from 6 down to 1. So when we divide 6y divided by 6, we get y, which is what we want, 1y. 24 divided by 6 gives us 4. So we have our solution. We're given x equals 3, so we had the x part, and now we just found the y part. Notice in this particular problem, we didn't have to distribute. There was nothing in the beginning here that we needed to distribute because it was just one number, 2 times 3. So as we said when we were planning this, sometimes you don't need to use the distributive property. This is one of those cases. So let's check. That's the final thing we had to do. So we have our equation 2x plus 6y equals 30, and our solution is 3, 4. X is 3, y is 4. Let's substitute in. So 2 times 3 because x is 3, and 6 times 4 because y is 4. We substitute in, and then we evaluate and see what happens. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24, and that's supposed to equal 30. Well, if we add 6 and 24 together, we do get 30. So the left side equals the right side, and we checked properly. Now it's your turn. So the directions. You're going to find each system's solution. You're going to show your work, and you're going to show your check. Here are the problems, guys. What I would suggest you do is pause the video, write down the 4 systems that you have to solve, and get to work. This is due next class, so remember to look at the video if you need help. Look at the video part 1 if you need additional help, and bring this to the next class.